Welcome back. Good to see you again. Today, we're going to get into this overarching metaphor that I've been using this entire time about how corporate relationships and interpersonal relationships are the same thing. And one of the things that I see over and over again in personal relationships is people putting forward their best self early on, and it's something that they can't sustain. And so what I tell people when I do relationship coaching is start the way you plan to continue. It's just that simple. I actually have an entire class built around building good corporate or interpersonal relationships, depending on which way you want to play it. But the key factor of it is start the way you plan to continue. What I mean by that is don't start off trying to impress above and beyond your natural level of ability. You know, if you start off from a dating standpoint, taking somebody out to dinner every Friday, going dancing on Saturday, taking little getaway trips once a month, and then 6 years in, you don't want to go anywhere, you're tired, your feet hurt, you don't want to cook, you don't want to go out. That's not how you started. So why is that what we have now? Now, how does that relate to a corporate standpoint? If you start off in a company agreeing to travel 50% of the time, agreeing to work on every other Saturday, or agreeing that you would, for a salary, work a little bit of overtime. It's not really a 40-hour week. It's more like a 60-hour week. And you start off doing it that way, where you're working 70 hours just to prove how dedicated you are. That becomes your new normal. And 6 months later or a year later, and you're no longer working 70 hours a week because you're tired of doing that, and you don't really want to travel anymore because you have a kid in school that, you know, needs you here. Well, that's not how you started. And so to continue on at a level that is now lower than where you started means your performance has waned. Even though you were given 115% to start, they didn't know that. This looked like 100. Think about it from a dating standpoint. If you start off going out every Friday and then all of a sudden Friday comes, you don't want to go out, you've changed. And that's what the company is looking at. Your performance is not on par with where it was when you were hired. So start the way you plan to continue. Don't give false hope. Don't give false expectations of performance. If you know that you don't want to travel, let that be known when you get the job. And if it requires travel, renegotiate. But start the way you plan to continue. That way, when you do give 115% in year 2, you've ramped up instead of letting someone down. Manage your perceptions, okay? And good luck. Talk to you soon.